So what was the reason behind was there any particular incident that made you realize that business is the way to go for me?
I remember in 1992, I was standing in the office window, and it was about 10 p.m. at night. And then suddenly I had an epiphany. A light bulb lighted up in my mind. I realized that even though I was the CEO of a multinational company that eventually became a billion-dollar company, I was not happy. I was not developing myself personally as well as professionally. I was not able to achieve true freedom. And to me, true freedom means money freedom, time freedom, lifestyle freedom, as well as contribution freedom. I was at a dead end, so to say. So I decided to kind of sack my boss and venture out into the business world. At that point in time, I discovered in 2 different studies that real estate agents make some of the top income earned in Singapore itself. And I also discovered that 90% of all millionaires became millionaires directly or indirectly because of real estate. So I decided to go into this business. I have not regretted. I believe this is one business that can help me and many people to achieve true freedom.
What other motivations do you have that drives you in your business?
I think the key driving force for me in life is love. I believe that love is the most vital force in business as well as in life. And what drives me is love for the real estate industry. I love the real estate profession. I love my real estate customers. I love my real estate agents. And that's what caused me to jump out of bed in the morning and help me to have sweet dreams at night because of love. Love for what I'm doing at this point in my life.
Okay, let's talk about your company's business philosophy. How would you actually describe it?
In HSR, our business value is to build a family. We want to build more than a business, an organization, or enterprise. So we want to build a warm, dynamic, and caring family within HSR, starting with our own staff and advisors, and then hopefully to extend this warm, dynamic, and caring family to include our customers, our stakeholders, and eventually to the world at large.
What do you think is the most important trait an entrepreneur should have?
In HSR, we borrowed from Albert Einstein's law of relativity. We coined a formula called E equals to MC to the power of 4. And E stands for excellence. And I believe excellence is something that we all should pursue in our life, in everything that we do. And to do that, we need to have an M. And M stands for a worthwhile mission. And to achieve the worthwhile mission, you need a synergy of what we call the 4 C's. It starts with our character and our commitment to our business, and then competence, and then finally, last but not least, care and concern for our customers, for our employees, for our advisors, and for the world around us.
So you inculcate these into every employee of yours?
That's right. We make this as one of the core part of our philosophy.
What advice would you give someone who's trying to start up a company and wants to be as successful as you?
I wouldn't dare to say I am in a position to advise anybody. What I really want to encourage both entrepreneurs and executives is to be a servant leader. And that is to have a heart to serve other people. Now, I believe this: if I don't have a heart to love and serve our people, then I don't qualify to be a leader.
The property market's always changing. How does your company actually see what the market trends are, know what the market trends are, and stay relevant to the customers that you have?
I think the important thing is that we want to be, and we must be, and we have been environmentally sensitive, which means that we have intelligence outposts in different ways, forms, and manners, to be able to capture all the information, especially the information that impacts our business. And secondly, we ensure that as a result of all this feedback, we want to constantly and creatively destroy ourselves and rebuild the company again and again. And I think the fact that we are able to commit ourselves or have the courage to reinvent ourselves and be totally dedicated to constant and never-ending improvements, we are able to ride out whatever good times, whatever bad times, and to rise up to become a stronger company.
What is the best thing that you like about being an entrepreneur?
I think the best thing about being an entrepreneur is people. And as an entrepreneur, we get a chance to meet and work with many interesting people. And the beautiful thing is there's not a single human that's the same with anybody else. And so I really enjoy, the flexibility to be able to meet people, interact with people, and serve them, and through them, learn more about myself. And as a result of working with them, we can contribute much more to our community as well as to our society.
Let's say maybe in like 30 or 40 years' time when you're comfortably retired, what is the one big idea you'd like to be remembered for?
I want to leave the world to make the judgment of how I would be remembered. But if I have a wish list, I want to be remembered as a person who have gone out there to inspire people to become what I call an enlightened entrepreneur. And I believe that we need a different breed of entrepreneurs, a different generation of entrepreneurs. People who are not just driven by personal profit or personal gain. But we need entrepreneurs that will go out there and be able to enhance profit, improve the planet, contribute to people's life, and be able to serve a higher purpose. So I call this the 4 Ps: the profit, the planet, the people, and the higher purpose. And I think if I can inspire a new generation of entrepreneurs to go beyond building a business, a company, or an organization, to go out there and say, I will do well and I will do good at the same time, all the time, I believe we have a very powerful key to removing poverty, to eradicating all the conflicts and wars, and finally make the world a better place to live in, to work in, to play in, and a much better place for our generations to come.
Okay, as a technology partner, how has Canon been supporting you?
Canon is an excellent company, and they are very responsive to our needs. And what I like about Canon is not only they are responsive to our needs, they put themselves in our shoes and think like us. And they work as partner with us to see that they are not just a supplier, but they are like our partner, they are like our employee, they are like part of our management team to see how we can improve the company and grow the company. And that's what I like about Canon.
And how long have you been using Canon products?
Currently, we have made a decision to replace all our printing system, all our equipment, and replace them with Canon. And although we are in the process of now implementing the Canon solution, but we have done intensive research and intensive testing of the Canon products, and we are very, very happy with the results. So Canon really stands for quality.
So that's why you chose Canon?
That's why we chose Canon.
Okay.